I'm gonna tell you guys my current thoughts of Brawl Stars right now, like how it's doing and everything like that now that the team is back from their summer break, and maybe what I want to see in a future update, because there's a lot of things that I do want, but then there's also, like, you know, a lot of things that probably will never happen. But, you know, I'll just go through what I want and we'll see what happens. So the current state of the game, one thing I want to bring up is well, first of all, gears definitely need some sort of change still. That's a given, but people are kind of starting to give up on that because of how many times it's been said that nothing is going to be changed. I really don't expect a gear change. I think that's going to be like either never a thing or it's going to be way in the future. But either way, one thing I'm curious about is how there's already so many chromatic brawlers. I feel like there's too many at this point. So what's going to happen in the future with like brawl passes and stuff? Like there's no way there's just going to be like 50 chromatic brawlers and only 4 or 5 rare brawlers, right? I'm pretty sure there's still only 4, maybe 5 rare brawlers if I'm forgetting somebody. But then there's, I think, 10 or more chromatic brawlers. Like what season are we on right now? 13. Are there 13 chromatic brawlers, or am I thinking about the wrong game? Either way, there's a lot of chromatic brawlers, and eventually if they don't stop like this current system, they're just gonna have 50 chromatic brawlers, and like half the brawlers in the game are gonna be chromatic, because by this point they're adding more chromatics than any other rarity, and they already have the most, maybe besides Trophy Road. So what I'm thinking they could do about that is maybe, you know, keep the brawl pass thing, but then make the new brawlers not chromatic. Or personally, I would like it if they just removed the whole chromatic thing and changed each brawler to a certain rarity once they decide to like change up their chromatic feature. If they decide to, which I really hope they do, because the chromatic rarity it's just getting way too big. So they can make a brawler like Buzz, maybe a mythic. I don't think they should change anybody into a legendary, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like everybody right now is sitting at the epic category, so they could change some down to like super rare. I'm thinking Belle could be a super rare, maybe even change a couple down to rare, like maybe Lou could be a rare and stuff like that, because chromatic is going to get way too bombasted with brawlers and then it's going to become a problem. So that's one thing I'm hoping they change eventually, is changing chromatic as a rarity. I know it's a pretty interesting rarity, but I think it's still like kind of confusing to some people, and also just not a really great concept in the long run because of the issues that it's going to have. But what am I expecting in the next update, considering that it's just come off the summer break? I'm expecting that we're going to get maybe 1 new 3v3 game mode, 5 or something skins, and 1 new chromatic brawler, and I think that's gonna be it. I don't know. I can't really think of anything else that they could add like that's a big feature in the next update. Please prove me wrong, because I would love a huge update that changes a bunch of features. But right now, Brawl Stars, especially content wise, is in a bit of a drought, especially like view wise and everything on YouTube. It's well known, everybody knows it. It's just falling off a little bit because there's not this like one big feature that everybody loves, like back when gadgets came out, back when star powers came out. Those aren't really coming out anymore, and I feel like when a new gadget comes out, more people are excited for the gadget itself than anything else that's in the update, because we need that next big thing. And since gears were trying to be that next big thing, but then it flopped, there hasn't been that big thing in a while. The thing that's keeping me up right now is playing hunters. I think that mode is fantastic, and I really hope they don't remove it in the next update, because they usually do that. So if they could keep hunters, I would love that. I want that to be a permanent mode, and if it gets removed, I'm gonna like, oh, I'm gonna be so sad, because that mode is so fun for me, and it's like the only mode that I prefer pushing in now. There's no teaming. It's literally just get kills as fast as you can, and I like that because there's no cheese to it besides stealing kills, and you can get unlucky sometimes, but if you're on point most of the time, you can do good. You can push trophies. Even I was able to push my B to 1000, and my surge is going up there as well. So yeah, I just like that. I hope they don't remove that. But yeah, I think the next update is going to be a really small one, unless they have something in store that they've been working on before they went on break. I really hope that's the case, and what I really want to see in the future is a big battle royale map with like 30 players or something like that. Just some big mode that like everybody would love, because everyone loves Showdown because it's a battle royale. That's just like a big concept, you know, it's a good concept. And I just think they should try it. They should try something that's like Showdown, but larger. I think that would be amazing. I don't know how it should play out, but I'm just thinking like a Showdown map, make the map 3 times larger, make some sort of event happen every once in a while, make the smoke go to like a random spot on the map, like make the end point of the smoke a random spot in the map, and just make it a big Showdown thing. Even maybe like trio Showdown, even though that would probably be really weird with like teaming and stuff, but I'm just trying to think outside the box, like some big feature, a big mode that everybody would probably really like, or it could become really toxic and then they'd have to remove it. But at least they could try it. A risk like a big game mode like that could be huge, I feel like, but then it could also flop. But the huge part of it could be huge, so you know what I'm saying? I might be dreaming too big with that concept, and it's really not fleshed out at all. It's just me saying, oh, I want this big mode, but you know, I'm dreaming, okay? I just want a mode like that. I think that would be really fun. So yeah, I really have nothing else to say. That's all this video was about, so yeah, goodbye.